What is going on YouTube? Zach with Generation Blade here, and today we have episode 2 of Metal Fight Mail Day. We've got a couple packages here to open up for you guys, so we are going to jump right into it. We'll get started with this one. Pretty exciting stuff in the mail today. These are some Metal Fight bays that I think you guys are probably very familiar with, but we will jump right in. So nice packaging here, I like that. It's always good to see your stuff arrive in the mail well packaged, that's for sure. Try to avoid stuff getting broken when possible. So, all right, very nice. So they're each wrapped in bubble. That's great to see. We will get started. We'll get started with this one. You guys can probably tell what that is already. So we'll open this right up. I'm very excited. It's been a while since I've gotten one of these or owned one of these actually. So look at that. In great condition, at least from what I can tell. So this is Ray Unicorno D125CS. So that is very nice. What a great example. Face bolt's in pretty good shape. Little rough, but it's not too bad. Everything else is in pretty good shape too. CS, man, look at that. Great condition. Very nice to see that. So, been wanting to add one of these back into the collection. I had one years ago and just ended up getting rid of it, trading it, giving it away to a friend, whatever happened, and just haven't had one in a while, so I wanted to have another. There are some competitive parts on this as well. I know the track and the tip especially have been using competitive play, so just kind of picking up those for that reason. But it's really nice to have. I mean, it's in great shape. One thing you have to be really careful with too, I'll just mention, there are a lot of mid fakes out there. So for anybody who's looking to get into Metal Fight, specifically, there are a lot of fake Beyblades out there, especially the sealed stuff that you guys see on like eBay. And even other websites, I won't name any specifically, but even other websites, you know, it's pretty common to see mid fakes. So if you see like, you know, a sealed Ray Unicorno for like 20 bucks, chances are it's not real. Chances are it's a fake. So just be mindful of that. But you know, in this case, the Beyblade is looking pretty legit. I gotta check for little manufacturing codes. Okay, so this has it. So one way to tell, I'll probably make a video on this eventually because I'm gonna do a lot more research just to make sure that I can put a really comprehensive video together for you guys. But one way to tell, it's very hard to see here, but on the inside of this face bolt, there's a little code. And that's one way to tell if it's real or not, is if there's a little code in there or a little manufacturing like symbol. Same thing with these, you'll find codes on these. It's pretty easy to tell if they're sealed once you have it in person, if it's legit or not. Sometimes it's harder to tell in person just depending on what model or what Beyblade you have. Usually you can tell by the manufacturing, like the molding sometimes is pretty rough on fakes, or they have like weird seam lines that they don't look like they're made by, you know, Takara or even Hasbro. So this one's looking pretty good so far. I got it from a very reputable seller as well, so I wasn't too worried about that, but it's always good to double check because sometimes, you know, things can slip by. But yeah, so that's the first bay that we have today. Very good shape. I'm really happy with that actually. It's always nice to get, you know, it's always nice to get a Beyblade in the collection or add to the collection, you know, something in really good shape, pristine condition, and especially this CS being, you know, pretty much new. I mean, it looks like maybe one time it was played with, if that. So I'm really happy with that. So we'll set that off to the side. You'll see a little bit of a theme here. Both of these have competitive parts. So this is the next one, obviously. We have Gravity Perseus here. One of my favorite Beyblades of all time, at least from Metal Fight, that is. Very cool Beyblade. For those who don't know, it's right and left spin, which is even cooler. I mean, look at these colors. You know, this is very cool Beyblade. So let's see here. Just checking the condition. It looks pretty good overall. So this is AD 145 WD, so wide defense. Pretty good shape. Let's see if the perfect. So the face bolt on this wasn't cranked down too tight, which is nice. You like to see that. Let's see. The threads are in pretty good shape overall. Just have to clean these up a little bit, but they're not too bad. I'm looking for that code on the inside as well. See, it looks like we have one, so that's a good sign, but I'll give you guys a little close-up of that face bolt. Very neat design, very cool. Most of you are probably familiar with Gravity Perseus at this point, but you know, very neat, very popular Beyblade from Metal Fight. And again, very competitive as well. I mean, these are very competitive parts. At least, you know, the attack ring goes, or the fusion wheel and everything. So we've got the codes on the inside, so that's a good sign. Code on that as well. So, you know, that's promising for sure. But yeah, overall, I mean, it looks legit to me. It looks good. Again, things slip by, so even if you're buying from a reputable seller, it's good just to check. But I trust the seller that I got this from. So very cool. Very happy to add that to the collection. Overall, the paint's in pretty good shape too. I mean, you can't really expect these to be pristine. I mean, people definitely play with them. But most of the paint's there, and as far as like, you know, the darker paint color goes, like whether you want to call it like gunmetal or black, I mean, it blends in pretty well with the silver. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'll probably be playing with this one as well. It's probably not going to go straight to the collection. It's probably going to be for play, but very nice example. Very happy to have that. Then we have one more. So we'll open this bad boy up. Again, you're going to sense a theme here. Some competitive potential with this one. I say potential, but this this Beyblade's actually been banned and unbanned, so it's definitely a good one here. You guys can probably tell already what that is. So this is Libra 100D. So this is the pre-hybrid wheel Libra as well. Very heavy. It's actually my first time owning one of these. I've been chasing one of these for a really long time and just kind of never. It's always been on my radar. I just never really got around to picking one up. But I finally did, and it's in great shape. This is the third version, I believe. So this was basically released, re-released, and then released a third time with updates each go. So the first one, a lot of the stuff was hollowed out. So you can see here, like these parts are filled in, while these other gaps are open. So I think these were like, from my understanding, they were very prone to breaking. So they filled the gaps in and then filled more in, on, you know, the third release. There are some slight changes from the mold. So I know that this on, I think version 1 had more of the gap filled in that you can see there. So I do know that as far as like competitive play goes, this comes into account, at least as far as your combos go and how high or low, basically how tall or short you want your Beyblade. But yeah, this is incredible, man. I'm really happy with that. The face bolt's in great shape. Tip's in pretty good shape. Spin tracks looking good. I love the colors on this as well. This is from like the Super Deck set that was released years ago. It had 3 Beyblades in it. Pegasus, pre-hybrid wheel Pegasus was one of them. But that's just a great example, man. I'm really happy with that. This is also going to be for competitive play. Both of these are going to be for competitive play, so I'll use the parts from these. Ray Unicorn as well, because CS is good. But yeah, so pre-hybrid wheel Libra. I did just release a video as well, Metal Fight Mail Day episode 1, where I opened a bunch of pre-hybrid wheel stuff. So if you guys want to check that video out, it's on the channel, so you can see that. So we're adding to that collection still with the Libra, which is cool. But yeah, so very happy to have that. Very heavy, like I mentioned, so it's cool that this is in the collection now. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down below which of these 3 is your favorite. If you guys are competitive players and use any of the parts that you see here, let me know what your combos are down below as well. I'm very curious. I'm starting to kind of get back into competitive. I've been collecting for a long time, but competitive Metal Fight is something that I'm interested in again. So if you guys have any combos with these parts that you recommend, definitely put your comments down below and let me know. Again, if any of these are your favorite bays, or if you could pick of the 3 which you prefer to have, let me know down below. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit the sub button, hit the like button, and stick around for more. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.